Yay!
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Marley O. Say hi. Say hi.
Oh, hello, little lady.
We're still working on that.
Hey, the smile is a good start. That's a...
Yay. So I know pretty much everybody watches any video that I do because of the baby. So
I would watch any
it's just not a requirement in every video I have.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. That is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what we watch on YouTube. And we're going to talk about what's changing at the library. And we're going to talk about the last week of summer reading.
It's a big week. It's a
big
week. A lot of things happening.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, the most important is what we watch on YouTube.
Yes, so we're going to start with that. So we picked out two things because I only really watched two things recently. So one of those, so yeah, we're just going to go ahead and go for it. I feel like I've done most of the talking already, so why don't you start this one?
Sure, that's no problem. I actually watch a lot of things on YouTube, but I narrowed it down to two of my favorites. So one of them, I really like BuzzFeed Unsolved, which it kind of reminds me like of a podcast, but if they had video. So like they just are talking about haunted locations and then they go and visit them, and like there's Ryan and Shane, and Ryan is low-key a coward, Shane, because I'm afraid of anything that walks scary in the night. And it's just like, this is not real. Like there are no such thing as ghosts. Like you are crazy. And it's excellent. And then they also have a true crime one where Ryan walks Shane through like crimes that were never solved and like all the theories surrounding it. And like half of the crimes have a theory that involve supernatural causes, like
of course
Indians killed him, and Shane is like, no. Good stuff. It's one of my favorites. And they like it's great. I enjoyed immensely. They have a lot of episodes.
That sounds really cool.
Background.
I think I watched a couple of those, but I don't remember which ones. There was a similar show, not similar. It wasn't ghost hunting at all, but there was. We were trying to figure out what to watch during all the quarantine. We just like we're gonna travel.
Oh, fun.
So we were watching like virtual tours of like the Loo and
cool.
the London Transportation Museum.
Interesting. Very cool.
It had interesting things. It just took a long time to get through 2 stories of a very small building. But really cool stuff.
Yeah.
But there was one where they were exploring an abandoned Six Flags. I don't remember who these guys are, so this is not part of my list.
Sure.
But they were exploring an abandoned Six Flags in New Orleans. Yes. Yeah. Like,
excellent.
Okay. At night and trying not to get caught. And they just spent the whole time like, oh, we might get caught at any moment. And they never got caught. But it's like, oh, okay.
I have a different YouTube channel that's not on my list, that they are urban explorers. And so they go to abandoned places and they do sometimes get caught, and it's scary and uncomfortable. Because sometimes there's also other urban explorers, and sometimes there's just people who are there and it's scary because why are you there? But they also went to the Six Flags and they did get caught.
Oh.
And it was excellent. Sometimes they'll like go to abandoned hospitals and they'll find entire file rooms of like information from like the 30s, and I'm like, just stay in that room. I want to read every piece of it.
Just have a channel of you sitting there reading that.
That's all I want. And I was like, I understand that you can't do that, but I do pause on that frame and read the entire page. So that's who I am.
Oh, it's fun.
You want me to do my other one, or do you want to go?
No, I'll go. So the one that we watched the most is Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning. All that.
I have heard of them, and I have not watched them.
Yeah, so good show. They have actually, it's a bunch of different shows that they are the owners of. So like Kitchen and Smosh used to not be theirs, but now they own that. So yeah, but we watched them most, and what they do is they talk about stuff, like we do. They talk about their list sometimes, but they also do like taste testings of weird stuff.
Your
Like
stand.
they've probably eaten more things that are disgusting than good, probably. I don't know, but there's been a few times that we're just like, I can't watch this one anymore. We gotta move on to the next thing. Just can't do it.
Entertainment value.
But it was really fun watching them and their employees like over the quarantine,
Yeah.
especially the cooking ones, because they're in their kitchens and they're trying to interact with each other, but they're not in the same kitchen. So it'd be like, here, take this, off frame. Somebody takes an egg or something. It was kind
Oh, that's hilarious. I love it.
So it was cute. There are quite a few things. Some things you don't want to learn, but you learn it anyway.
YouTube is really good for that. You learn
Yes.
things you're like, I would have been fine.
But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. And sometimes they have their dogs on there.
I'm always good for a dog channel.
I don't remember Link's dog's name. But Rhett's dog's name is Barbara. And I think that's hilarious. She has a human name.
Love it when pets have like inanimate object names like, oh, refrigerator. And then when they have human names like Barbara.
Right, next cat I get, it's going to be named Lamp.
Excellent. That's excellent. People will be so confused because just like, why? My uncle named his cat Dog just to like mess with everyone. And I was like, I approve of this decision.
My great uncle named his dog Baby Girl.
I have an aunt who named her dog Baby.
Yeah, so it was, he lives in Arkansas, so.
She lives in Tennessee.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't know. That's just the thing. So then my grandpa's like, oh, I really like that. So when he got a dog, after the one he had passed away, he, it's cute, except it's a very ugly dog. So it's a cute name for really. She's no longer with us either, but that's the thing. She was blind. She was just like, the hair was falling out in clumps. Poor thing. Are you a dog or are you a large rat? The poor thing.
That's so sad.
She was very sweet, but
Ugly. Some dogs are not pretty.
some dogs really aren't. How did we get on this?
I don't know. We spiraled a little bit.
We did. Okay, so what's your number 2?
Okay, my number. Me too, little lady. Mine is called Little Tiny Things.
Little Tiny Things.
Yeah, and it's these. They're not very big, but they're like this big, and they're models. So they like hand create these models, and they usually come in like packages.
Oh, cool.
And the YouTuber will like roll little flowers and like, put little lamps. Sometimes electricity in them. So like she's made a little bookshop, and they have like little shelves and like little books, and they're like perfectly folded. And I'm like, wow, like perfectly fold little things. It's and they're like time lapse, so it goes pretty quickly, like 15 minutes for something that probably took 10 hours.
Sure.
And I love time lapse.
Time lapse is awesome.
It's so enjoyable, and they're so cute. They're good. I enjoy those. They're very. Little lady,
You're interrupting.
what are you saying? What do you have to tell us?
Oh yeah? You like time lapse too? Is that it?
I mean, who doesn't?
She's so full of words today.
To say.
So much. We were watching a time lapse video that was on Rent Lake again. And, it was Legos. It was kind of cool. So, yeah, that like seeing what they were going to make with Legos, and they were having a competition who could do it first, kind of thing.
Admittedly, that's really the only way to watch Legos.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, it takes too long.
Yes, way too long.
All right, what's your number 2?
So my number 2 is Kara and Nate. I don't know if their channel is called Kara and Nate or if it's called K and N. They have their logo is a coffee cup with a K and an N and an X, and there's like some little doohickey on there. But they are. We were talking about how Alex and I decided to travel via YouTube during the quarantine, and they're world travelers. They didn't have a permanent home for like years. They just spent their life making videos while they travel, and that's how they make their money. They just do these films. They get paid because they do something, and they travel all over the world. And last night we were watching them in Lebanon. They had an interesting time with a taxi, yeah, I mean, they don't really, they tell you about like lessons, like really cool culture and such like that. And but they also, like, if Nate gets sick, they don't it's like, oh, well, we're just gonna carry through. No, it's like, okay, so Nate's been sick for 2 days and we've been stuck in this building. It's like, oh man, that's awful. So when the quarantine started, they were on a private island in the Philippines, which apparently you can rent this island for pretty cheap in the Philippines. Like, that's something I want to do now. That's how we found them. They booked it to the U.S. There's a pencil in my hair, and she really likes trying to get it.
Going straight for it.
And so they went. They had to go through like Hong Kong. It was just a really long flight. There's like really at the airport. It was eerie watching that. But they made it back to Tennessee and they quarantined for a few weeks, and then they bought a camper van and they traveled across the United States.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
That sounds like a very awesome way to live and incredibly stressful because
yeah, like I can't imagine the amount of stress they have with like going from place to place all the time and not, always having a dependable person to rely on when you arrive.
I love traveling, but I also love coming home.
Yes, I love my home. But it's really cool to like live through somebody else like that.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Oh my goodness.
Same.
Yeah. So what's happening this week?
All right. This week, we're opening.
Yes. And it is just a crazy concept that we get to see everybody again. And that's just like, wow. I don't know.
It's excellent stuff. So there are a lot of things to be aware of. For example, please put your bill in the outside donation bin because the inside one is closed. 3 days. The first hour of every business day is for our vulnerable patrons from 9 to 10.
Yeah, so think about the hours are 10 to 8, but then if you're vulnerable patron, you can come an hour early, kind of thing. Instead of how we used to be, just open 9 to 8, it's now 10 to 8 with that little bitty hour right there. So
we're also only open until 3 on Saturdays. We are requiring masks when you come in, and throughout your entire stay in the library.
Yes, at the computers, in the shelves, everywhere. We also don't have rooms available for meetings or study groups or anything like that. So it's very much walk-in service only. So you come in, you get your stuff, you get an hour on the computer. If you make an appointment with that, there's like a schedule happening with the computer. So if you make an appointment and you show up, say, half an hour late, you only get half an hour on the computer because we got to wipe everything down at that time frame to get everything cleaned up.
There are no extensions. They do automatically shut off when it.
Yes. Yes, they do. Oh, we're after this again.
We are still pick up. Should you go for your hair?
Yeah.
We are still doing curbside pickup, so if you don't want to come in or you're unable to wear a mask, we will happily bring your items still out to you. That's no problem. And one of the big reasons, aside from the COVID, that we can't let you in the study room, all our chairs are just sitting in the library.
Yeah, there's no chairs.
No chairs. It's a fun game of Tetris getting them all in there. We are still doing printing. Copies are still available. And we are doing faxing. That's all back to normal.
I and a couple other people are still available for notary services. You just need to call ahead, let us know that you need that, and we will work out a time with you. Because as you can see, I'm in my house right now, still working from home, but I'm also going into the office for like notary stuff and ordering graphic novels and such. Just being there.
Yeah. We are no longer doing fingerprinting. And lunch will continue to be served curbside.
Yes,
so,
that's going to be for the rest of the summer. So there will be no in-house dining for the summer lunches for the kids.
Yep, I think that's my entire list. Water fountains are unavailable. Bathrooms are.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm sure nobody really wanted the water fountain anyway. So. What was I going to say? Summer reading. Yeah, that's what's next. So this is the last week, guys. I know!
Jazz hands all around.
I would do jazz hands, but I drop a baby, so I'll do half a jazz hand.
Jazz hands.
So if you haven't turned in your bingo cards yet, which I know many of you have not, in fact, we've only gotten one so far, because there's a good chance of you winning a gift card to whatever local business.
Right.
It's your choice. You get to write it in on the top of the card. If you don't have your bingo card yet, you can go onto our website, go to the summer reading page, and download it. Or you can even go to the library, pick up your own copy, fill it out real quick, and be like, yeah, I did all this, turn it in. Obviously, if you say that you've been to a book club that we've hosted and you were not there, we will know that one's wrong. But the one that was turned in, she went to a completely different book club, and that's fine. That counts. So, yeah, you don't have to go specifically to ours. We just really like it. But considering that ours have been more like genre clubs because we haven't had access to books for a large group for quite a while, yeah, I can completely understand why the attendance was low on that. But we just bought Hoopla, which is pretty darn cool. That's going to be available next week for everybody. And we'll be able to have virtual book clubs with that too. So we are looking for you to schedule and contacting our regular book people and stuff. That's exciting. Yeah.
We will be looking forward to providing you with all the Hoopla information coming up soon. So
yes, we're so excited
about it.
It's the highlight of, I won't say it's the highlight of my working summer. It's not the highlight of my summer exactly, but it's the highlight of my working summer. She's the highlight of my summer.
She's a highlight of like this past year, I feel like.
Yes, for sure.
Oh, she just.
Yeah, she likes to switch sides. It's not just me who likes to switch sides. It's also her. Different viewpoint, you know. I think that's all we got for you guys. So just remember, if you want to come in the building, you can now. Wear your mask, please. If you don't want to wear your mask, we offer curbside. Yeah, we'll see you guys soon. I believe you're in the building today, even.
I live there.
You sound like me.
Oh, no. You passed it on.
Yes, I did.
The little lady needs you to come home.
Yeah. Soon I'll be saying the same thing again. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.